Okay, guys, so this is our first class of semantics. I've sent this material to you. I took your emails, okay? So when you have some opportunity, check your mail address, mailbox, and you have a lot of grammars. I've sent you some grammars, like Cambridge, Oxford, as a support to study syntax or even semantics in some times. Because we are going to use a lot of examples, a lot of sentences. We have to analyze a lot of different sentences, okay? In semantics and in syntax too. I loved to receive these two disciplines, these two subjects, because they are a complement, okay? It's something that semantics and syntax walk together, okay? So, this is the material. You can find it at Amorim if you want to take a copy. Some people prefer to read in the paper, prefer the book. Some people prefer to read in the computer. So, your choice, okay? But this material is in your email. I have to take your email and your Facebook. I have to send the material, okay? Good. So, this is awesome. But we are going to study only until the chapter 5 or 6. Because we have, I think, 13 chapters. It's impossible to see in one semester. After I take care of you, okay? These are the chapters we are going to see. The first, the study of meaning. As you know, semantics is responsible to study the meaning in the language. Some literal meaning or figurative meanings. Okay? Semantics is responsible for literal. For figurative meanings, we have a sub-area. It's pragmatics. Okay? Have you heard about pragmatics? Okay, pragmatics is responsible to study the meaning in specific or different contexts. Okay? But it's the same thing. In this chapter 2, we are going to study pragmatics and prosody. There's a relation with phonetics and phonology. It's the way you express something. For example, you say, "Oh, you are beautiful." You are beautiful. Você é linda, né? Or I can use some irony. Oh, you are beautiful. It's different. The prosody, the way you speak, informs what you want to say. In a real situation, or using some irony, for example. 3, we are going to see the dimensions of meaning. Very easy. We are going to study connotation, denotation, sense relations, homonym, morphemes, lexical ambiguity. It's awesome to study ambiguity. It's very funny. Okay? I like to. And in the chapter 4, we are going to study the valences. It's something like the complement of the verbs. If the verb is transitive, intransitive, something like that. Okay? So semantics in this book is not so strange. It's very similar from what we have seen in school, for example, high school. Okay? But in a deep way. Okay? And 5, it's a big chapter, but very interesting. Here we have a lot of new content, new information about kinship, okay? Binary, non-binary antonyms, symmetry and reciprocity, and expression of content. Okay? So let's start. Okay? Now we are going to study the meaning, the different phases that human beings have, and how the meaning acts, perform in different ages. Since when we are a child, and we are adolescent or an adult person. Okay? In the past, the human being always had the necessity to express their feelings, to try to communicate in some way, in any way. Okay? But in the past, we know that the human beings really didn't have the alphabet, the written languages. Okay? They had to draw on the walls, in the caves, what they want to express. Sometimes their experiences when they hunt some animals, some kinds of dances or their culture. But they have to use some draws, like pictures, okay? Because they didn't have any alphabet, words, or sentences to write. But after this period, the humanity suffered some evolution. And different cultures and nations have created some symbols important to communicate and to acquire a written language. So here we have the Stone Age, where people write on some rocks or stones. After that, in England, we had the creation of the press, da prensa. Okay? It was a big revolution because before this moment, people had to write the books using some, how can I say, pena? Help me. You know? Like, it's like a pen. In the past, people using... the pen. Okay. The pen, okay. So, as a pen, okay, if you need a copy of one book, you have to ask someone to copy using the hand, okay? It was very complicated before this moment. But from this moment on, it was easier to take some copies, okay? And after that, we had the creation of books, and it was another evolution. And after that, in our generation, we have the electronic medias like Facebook, mail, text messages using cell phone. Feeder, like F? Feeder. Feeder, I have to memorize. Feeder, okay, emails, text messages. So it was an enormous revolution that we are suffering there, experiencing now, okay? Because it's very common for us, but if you stop to think, you are here and you can write something in seconds to a person in Japan, for example. In seconds, automatically, someone talks to you. Or you can see the person on the webcam and to talk as the person, like the person was present with you here, for example. Okay. So let's discuss what semantic is exactly. Okay, semantic is one of the most areas from linguistics that is responsible for the meanings. Okay, semantic is a bit different from morphology, syntax, because semantics is a bit abstract. It's very subjective. Okay, like pragmatics too. But it's very interesting to study it. Okay, we have syntax, morphology, the study of the combinations of words, the study of isolated words, the study of the sounds, okay, of the sound representations. I brought you one example from Portuguese to make like a warm-up first. After that, we are going to study sentences like in English, okay? So, o navio entrava na Baía de Todos os Santos. Can you identify the ambiguity of this sentence? Try to identify the ambiguity. I gave you a clue. The ambiguity is on the verb, but can you identify the different ways the sentence can be interpreted? What's the first meaning you identify? Very fast.
The ship was entering.
Yes, in that place, yes. One. The second is totally different. It's a question of use. The first one we use a lot. It's very common for us in Portuguese, but the second one is not so common, but it's possible. No? Okay. The first one is correct. It's like the verb entrar in Portuguese. But the second one is the verb entravar. Blocked. Okay? So, navio entrava. Ele enganchou. Okay? It's blocked. It's blocked. Okay? So,
I didn't know this word.
Yeah, I told you that's not common to use it. The verb entravar.
Because we don't use it a lot.
Yeah, sometimes we use enganchar, but not entravar, yeah? Okay. Depends on the frequency of use, okay? Can you get the ambiguity here too?
The family who doesn't speak.
Yes.
And a family who is moving out.
Yes, exactly that. We have two possibilities. A family with a disability, physical disability, it's impossible to speak, or a normal family that changes, okay? Buy a new house and moves, okay? Very good. Another situation. Here is a classic way to perceive the difference between semantics and pragmatics. We have a literal meaning and a figurative meaning. Como o nobre colega faz para deixar seu dinheiro limpinho? Em relação à lavagem de dinheiro, né? Eu uso laranjas. This cartoon is very rich if you want to use with a child. If you have a child, try to put this cartoon to he or she read and try to understand. It's very difficult